Clash in Paris 2025, August 31st. Let's just get right into it. It's finally here. They was in Paris, right?
Yeah.
On SmackDown, they was in. What was they at last SmackDown?
Lyon.
Yeah, so they was officially in Paris. The crowd was crazy, super hype. They was singing all kind of stuff I didn't even know what they was singing. I ain't know the language. They was just hyped up. Y'all already know they be super hyped up out there. And they kicked it off with one of the biggest matches of the night. Bronson Reed versus who?
My tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Versus young Roman Reigns. You already know. Back doing this thing. He came out with 2 Ulafalas to represent his dead uncle and his dead father. Tribute to them. You already know. R.I.P. to them. Bronson Reed though didn't care nothing about that. He had the gym shoes. Paul Heyman didn't care. They wanted that victory. They wanted that win. This was a real good match. 2 different styles. You already know. This kind of remind me of Rikishi fighting The Rock back in the day. Just that big fat dude versus the technical, agile, not a big dude, not a high flyer. Roman Reigns, he like The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H. You already know they just good all around. But yeah, this was a real good match. In the middle of the match, Bronson Reed was beating his ass. He tried to take Roman Reigns a 3rd pair of gym shoes. You already know Roman Reigns keep the fresh pair of gym shoes. Bronson Reed almost came up 3 pairs of gym shoes, but Roman Reigns wasn't finna have that happen. But yeah, man, this was just a really good match. They was going back and forth with a lot of big moves, Superman punches, spears, tsunamis, all that. This was a good match. They was going at it. I would love to see them fight again. That's 100% facts. But you already know, man. Bronson Reed, he ain't on the level of Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns been doing this for. It's a reason. Well, how long did Roman Reigns have that belt, the heavyweight title?
I think 1,613 days.
It's a reason why he had a record like that. It's not too many people that can beat Roman Reigns in a 1-on-1. And even though Bronson Reed got all the tools to beat Roman Reigns, there's no way he gonna beat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is just he on another level. Bronson Reed ain't there yet. And Roman Reigns was able to get the victory. Caught him with the spear and the Superman punch, all that, laid him down, and he got that victory. And he was doing this thing. He got his shoes back. After he got done beating Paul Heyman ass, he caught Paul Heyman lacking. And he was crying pretty much. It looked like he was crying over Bronson Reed. And he got him, put him in some type of headlock. He hurt the wise man right there. He hurt him. Got his shoes back. Standing on the announce table, just chilling, zoning out, signing gym shoes, just chilling. Jelly Roll and Post Malone was in the crowd behind the announce tables. Everybody's all giggles and happies and smiles and all that. And who came out of nowhere and just speared Roman Reigns through the announce table?
Braun Breaker.
The dogs is in Paris. That's a fact, man. We already know Braun Breaker was going to be out there. I thought he would have came out there a little earlier so his boy Bronson Reed wouldn't lose. But either way, he came out there. And let me tell you, the damage was done. He speared Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was pretty much out from the spear through the table. He was hurt. And, he tried to walk back. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed was pretty much walking back. Braun Breaker changed his mind. Charged back. Hit Roman Reigns with another spear on the ramp. Did him dirty. Did him super dirty. And they was finna leave again. And Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker just kept coming back. Bronson Reed came back when they was finna leave after the spear on the ramp. Hit him with some tsunamis. Hit him with some more tsunamis. And then it came to a point where Jay had came out and he had help, but he couldn't do much. He got his ass beat. They put Roman Reigns on the stretcher thing. What Bronson Reed do? Come right back, hit him with more tsunamis while he was on the stretcher. Was beating his ass. Jay couldn't do nothing. Roman Reigns couldn't do nothing. I thought Jimmy was gonna come out for a second, but we already know they couldn't do nothing. and Roman Reigns got his ass beat. He won the match, but he got his ass beat and got carried out on the stretcher. What did you think of this Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns match, man?
It was a good match, but why? Why? I hate Bronson Reed.
The Vision, man, they out here. You already know. But after that, though, you already know I mentioned Jelly Roll. Post Malone was out there doing their thing. They in Paris. Adam Pearce, man, he snapped on the Bronze backstage. He let them know if they interfere with the match later on, they going to be suspended. No questions asked, man. But after that, though, they had the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six. And what was at stake here?
The SmackDown tag titles.
SmackDown tag titles. You already know the Street Profits. They love to get a chance to prove themselves on the PLE, especially if titles are involved. And man, they came out. They was like dressed like had Borderland costumes or something like that. They came out with the mask and like the attire cosplay thing and all that. It was a pretty cool interest. They came out doing their thing. They was vibing out. And the Wyatt Six, they came out there hella deep. Bo Jackson, he's back in his Uncle Howdy farm. Who's the woman they got with them?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross is out there, and they set at the end of the match at the end of the ramp for the entire match. It was wild though, but at the beginning of the match, you could see it was some issues between the street. What happened with the Street Profits at the beginning of the match?
It was, I wouldn't say arguing, but they was kind of fighting on who would be fighting first.
Yeah, Angelo Dawkins just came out, just doing tags just out of nowhere. It was a little, you could tell, we definitely already been saying Street Profits gonna break up real soon. Montez Ford need to do his own thing, and so does Angelo Dawkins. But Street Profits, if you really look at this match, man, they never actually stood a chance, despite how good Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins are together. Because you already know Street Profits, that's a classic tag team right there. So, some people like the Usos. Some people like the New Day. The Street Profits, man, they got a lot of talent. They've been doing their thing, but they was completely outnumbered by the Y6. They was going back and forth for a minute, for a little while, but the Y6, man, they was just cheating, just getting involved, coming out of nowhere. They even got to one point where Angelo Dawkins was beating one of their ass, and then the big bald-headed Y6 member came up on them. And then Montez Ford came and flipped on them over the rope, out the ring. And then as he got back up, it was just more members. The woman, what's the woman name again?
Nikki Cross.
She grabbed Montez Ford's leg, held him. Uncle Howdy hit him with what's that move called? Uncle Howdy do?
Sister Abigail.
The Sister Abigail called him right outside the ring. And it was just too much. It's just too many of them spawning out of nowhere. They was able to get the win easily. B-Fab, it was nothing she can do. What's she gonna do? Go fight Nikki? I mean, who the girl?
Nikki Cross.
Nikki Cross. What you gonna do? What B-Fab gonna do? They grabbed B-Fab. B-Fab is done. She just kept her distance. It was nothing she can really do. But yeah, the Y6 won easily. They retained their SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I do not see nobody beating them no time soon. They too deep. They too weird. All kind of stuff. And they get their victories. The only team that I could see that can match them, person for person, is you already know them MFTs, man. Young Tonga Loa. Who the big fat rhino potato dude?
JC Potato.
JC Potato, Tomato. You already know. Shoedo. He out here. And the big third form of Tama Tonga. What's his name?
Talatonga.
Talatonga in his third form. You already know. Squirtle, War Turtle, Bulbasaur. You already know how that go. But yeah, man, the Y6 win. What did you think about that match? Street Profits versus the Y6, man.
It was a decent match. Decent match.
But yeah, Y6 pulled that off, no problem. Next match, man, we had Nikki Bella versus who?
The man, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch for the Intercontinental Championship, Women's Championship. You already know. Nikki came out, came out to the ring. Becky came out. She was swagged up. She had like some type of fur coat vest hood thing. Had her shades on. She was looking like something that Seth Rollins might steal out of her closet later and wear later on this week or something. You already know how Seth Rollins do. He be all in Becky Lynch's closet in her drawers, seeing what he can wear, different drawers and socks and bras he can wear from time to time. He be stealing her little jackets too and her little clothes. She gotta look out for that. But this was a good match, man. This was a decent match. Two legends, two older ladies. They was in that generation. that I don't know what y'all call that 2015, 16, 17. You know, Bella, she a Hall of Famer, so is her sister. My favorite part of the match is when she was Nikki Bella had Becky like on the outside of like the hard part of the apron ring, you know, just hitting the back of her head. What they call that part? The ring post?
Yeah.
Yeah, the electric ring post. She was hitting Becky head, ramming her, catching her. They was going at it, man. But Becky, she been coming through with how did Becky beat Becky beat Nikki Bella?
She did another one of those smooth roll-ups.
She coming through with the smooth roll-ups. The one she did at Evolution was smoother though, but this one was kind of smooth too. You know, Becky, she a veteran. She could do stuff like that. She got the easy win. She beat Nikki Bella, even though she had her nose busted. It wasn't that easy, but as far as that finish was easy. Smooth roll-up. Come on now. But after that though, they had Jey Uso in the back. Looked like he was icing his ribs down because you know he just got his ass beat. I think he called a tsunami or something. He called a spear or something. You know, he was hurt. Adam Pearce was wanted to know if he could still fight for the night. He already let him know ain't nothing stopping the Uso. Ain't nothing stopping the Uso from trying to get that belt. Adam Pearce was like, it is what it is. But after that, they had the fourth match of the night. What's the dude? Sheamus versus who? Rusev. And let me tell y'all, first I was not excited about this match at all. But after seeing this match, my personal opinion, I think this was like the best match of the night. Man, this was a good match. They fought in a good old fashioned Donnie Bangkok match, Donnie Brocco match. What was it?
Donnie Brook match.
A Donnie Brook match. Man, let me tell you, I wasn't happy, but as they got the fighting, this was good, man. What do you think of this match?
This was a phenomenal, great match. I liked it.
Yeah, this reminded me of an Attitude Era match. Sheamus and the other dude, what's his name? Rusev. Man, they was going there. They had some old fashioned like wood out there, countertops and all that. They was going there. They had barrels out there, shillelaghs. They had vodka, all kind of stuff, books, dog food, all kind of stuff. They was going at it, man. This was what I can officially call. This was a white man's match right here, full of all kind of things. But it came to a point, man. They was just going back and forth, chops everywhere. That move that Sheamus did. What's that move that Sheamus do when he grabbed behind him and just hit him repeatedly when the crowd count?
The 10 beats of something, I forgot.
Man, he was beating his ass. He did it a bunch of times, like all around the damn arena. He was down there. It felt like, man, he was beating his ass. But the Reservoir dude was coming back, doing his thing. He was a big dude, hitting them in submissions, slamming them all through. He even slammed Sheamus through the bar countertop table thing. The old fashioned table slammed them right through the side of that. That wood is heavy, y'all. That wood ain't no joke. Y'all seen they had marks all on their body and stuff from all the chops and all the big bumps and all that. It was going crazy. They even got to the point where they was on top of them big ass barrels. Barrels got all that vodka in there. Barrels got milk in there. You already know. Two big dudes out there. I feel like this should have been a triple threat match with Drew McIntyre. It would have been wow. But they was going crazy back to back. They was on top of the barrels, going at it. The Rusev even put him in the submission on top of the big barrels. I thought Sheamus was finna tap out, but it don't matter if he did because he had to be in the ring. But Sheamus ended up countering that. And he picked up Rusev and ended up slamming him off the barrels through two Slim Jam tables. It was crazy. It was wild, man. The crowd was going crazy. The crowd was going crazy all night. It was a heavy hitting match. Big knees, big elbows, big strikes. Everything was landing flush. No bull. It was a hard hitting match, man. Shillelaghs was getting broken off backs. That's what Rusev did. He hit Sheamus with a damn shillelagh, man. Oh man, it was all kind of stuff, man, going on, man. This was a big match right here. I feel like I need a part 2. They need to fight again, but they was going at it back and forth, back and forth. I'm surprised neither one of them was just bloody. I'm surprised it wasn't no blood. They was going at it so crazy, but how did this match end, man?
Rusev tapped Sheamus out with a shillelagh.
Tapped him out. Hey man, I'm not mad at Sheamus. Sheamus did his thing. Reserve did his thing. Both of them, man, they put on a real good match. I think one of the best matches of the night for sure. That's a fact. But Reserve got that win. He beat Sheamus. Expect to see them two fight again in the future. That's 100%. But after that, they had some more celebrities in the crowd out there. In Paris, you already know they had some dude named Gregory Farmer. He's some type of actor and all that. You know, he was out there showing love. And then after that, they got right into it with the Logan Paul versus who?
John Cena.
Young Logan Paul versus John Cena. Y'all already know. People been waiting to see this match. John Cena, he only got like 3-4 months left, and then he done. He gonna be retired. No more John Cena. No more You Can't See Me Now. It's all gonna be over with. This was a pretty good match, man. They went back and forth, two different styles, definitely for sure. But Logan Paul, he too cocky. He just automatically think 'cause John Cena's old. John Cena, he on his last legs. He can beat him because he hot, because he got more Instagram and Facebook followers. He think he better than John Cena. John Cena was hanging in with him at this age. If you already know, if John Cena was Logan Paul's age, like back in the day, this match would have ended in 5 minutes. Old John Cena can keep up with Logan Paul. Everything Logan Paul did, he matched him for it. Logan Paul was trying to cheat and all that. John Cena was doing his thing. The crowd was showing him love. You know, John Cena he's just a happy guy now, and he ended up catching him. I think he tried to catch him with double AAs or something like that, but he ended up just beating Logan Paul. I definitely had John Cena to beat Logan Paul, easily, and after John Cena did beat Logan Paul, man, he was celebrating. The crowd showed him so much love. His wife was in the crowd. Jelly Roll was showing him love. The little kid, the little fat kid that he disrespected a couple of months ago, he was in the crowd. Everybody was showing John love, man. If John wasn't married, man, I bet you he'd be getting a lot of that, a lot that night. But you know, he already good to go out there, man. But yeah, John Cena, he got the win easily. Logan Paul can't do nothing. Drink a prime. That's all he can do. But after that, you had young Jackie Redmond in the back with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins talking big stuff. Said he don't need he want the vision to be out there, but he don't need him. He done got so much experience. He a champion, a multi-champion. He like the best dude out. He was just talking big stuff, man. He don't give a damn. And they let you know that Paul Heyman's in the hospital. What you think about Paul Heyman being in the hospital?
Stay in the hospital.
The wise man, y'all already know. But that brings us to the final match of the night. You already know the main event, the Fatal 4-Way, man. Who's in this match and what's at stake?
Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, CM Punk, and LA Knight for the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah, y'all already know. And it got busy too, man. Everybody did their thing. You know, Jay came out through the crowd. These is three. All of them are real crowd favorites. Even though Seth Rollins is a heel, man, the crowd still kind of do love him. They still sing his song. They all that. They sing it. They rock with him. And all of the crowd loves all of them. Jey Uso, crowds was yeeting. Everybody was loving CM Punk. They was saying yeah for LA Knight. This was like an all-star matchup of people that the crowd just like. And they was going at it. It was one point that Jey Uso and LA Knight was going at it. And they was beating down. I think it was who was it? Seth Rollins or CM Punk? It was one of them.
Seth.
It was Seth. And Jay hit Seth. Crowd go yeet. LA Knight hit Seth. Crowd go yeah. It was going back and forth. The crowd loved him. Punk was getting busy. CM Punk, I guess you could say, he's getting busy. I'm so happy that they was beating on his ass to make sure he wasn't doing his thing. They was even fighting at the crowd at one point. This Fatal 4-Way went to the crowd. It was at one point LA Knight kind of pushed CM Punk. What happened with that with the table?
LA Knight put CM Punk to the table by pushing him while he was on the ropes.
Yeah, but the table did not break. The table was like just bent down. It didn't break. But LA Knight, man, he was wilding out. He tried to give Seth Rollins an elbow through the announce table. Seth Rollins got up, veteran move. LA Knight crashed down, fucked himself up real bad, crashing through the announce table right there. And, man, it was just so much going on. But Seth Rollins was playing it smart in this match, picking his spots, laying back in the cut at certain points, letting them fight each other, just picking his spots like a true champion. Like, if you want that belt, you got to get it from him. And he was playing extra smart, extra cautious. He was picking his spots. It got to one point after LA Knight like threw himself through the table. He was just coming around Seth Rollins. Whoever who was laying down, he was hitting them with the stomp. If you was laying down, he coming up behind you, hitting you with the stomp. He was just doing this like crazy. And it got to a point where he got in the ring, and he tried to get CM Punk. CM Punk was about to win almost. He reversed everything Seth was throwing at him. Yeah, what's CM Punk move?
The GTS.
Yeah, the GTS. He had him up there for that GTS, and out of nowhere, some man just came out of the crowd with a hoodie. Some little skinny dude came out the crowd with a hoodie, and out of nowhere, low blow CM Punk out of nowhere. And this dude was just sitting there in the ring, taking off this hood. And everybody was looking like, who the hell is this man? Who the hell is this dude who just low blow CM Punk, man? Who was it, man? Who was this?
The man, Becky Lynch.
The man, Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins' husband. Y'all didn't even know. Came out and low blow CM Punk. Hit him right in the left testicle. Man, it's a wrap for CM Punk, man. He might not even be at SmackDown next week. Seth Rollins caught him with a stump. So now CM Punk had a bruised forehead and some bruised balls. He fucked up tonight. It ain't no love. Seth Rollins got that pin for the win, holding up that title. He retained. Seth Rollins is still the world heavyweight champion. After he got done winning that belt, he started tonguing down his wife, the man, or whatever you want to call it. They was kissing, tongue wrestling in the ring, slob and drool everywhere, dripping down. It even got on the ring and on their gym shoes. So much down slob. It was just nasty. I had to turn my head for a minute. You even heard some people in the crowd go, it was crazy. Seth Rollins. So what you think about this match, this Fatal 4-Way, man?
I mean, it was a good Fatal 4-Way, I guess, but I got an early message of the day. If Becky Lynch is the man, then what does that make Seth Rollins?
You never know what that makes Seth Rollins. That's the whole point of it, man. It's Clash in Paris, y'all. It went down. Seth Rollins is still our world champion. I wonder what Gunther think about this. It's going down, man. What did you think of Clash in Paris?
It could have had a bit more women.
Definitely could have had a bit more women. And I don't think it was actually one that's another day, but where's Bianca? Where's Jade? Where's Naomi? Where's a bunch of people missing, man? Where Miss Parker at, man? But we already know, man. Clash in Paris. That's another one in the books. I think the best. What do you think was the best match of the night was?
Rusev and Sheamus.
I'm 100% with you on that. But everybody did their thing. This was a great crowd. I know you said you didn't like the crowd. You hating on this crowd. Why you hating on this crowd?
It's so annoying. You go like 1, 2, and then just some random annoying gibberish, and then this weird chant.
I don't know, man. I love this crowd for some reason, man. They was getting hyped. They was getting busy. And y'all already know, I can't wait till they have a Royal Rumble in France or something out there in that area. Lyon, France. They need to have a Royal Rumble out there. Let that crowd get hyped up. That'd be crazy. But y'all already know, Clash in Paris 2025. If you got Peacock, man, that's the end of it, man. We enjoyed it. Y'all enjoyed it. It's been a while, man. Peacock. No more PLEs on Peacock. The next time we'll be seeing y'all with one of these WWE PLEs, it's going to be on ESPN. The next one up is WrestlePalooza. But RIP to the WWE PLEs being on Peacock. It's officially over.